Hi everyone, this is Mr. Maneno from Gainesville Middle School. This is part 2 of our video on population density. So in part 1, basically what we did is I stepped off and tried to measure as best I could the area of woods we have on our property. And I found out that we have 5,170 square meters of woods. So now what I really want to try to figure out, the whole goal of this is to try to estimate how many poplars do we have, how many maples do we have, how many beech trees do we have, what are the different trees on our property. So rather than go through and try to count every tree, which would take forever, I've set up 4 of these plots. One of these plots is 25 square meters. It's 5 meters by 5 meters. And I set one here. I put 3 others back in the woods. So I just randomly selected plots that we're going to look at and then try to use that information to figure out how many trees we have on the property. So it's just a way scientists do to try to figure out population density, where you don't count every single thing. You take random samples. Much the same way that when you see political polls and stuff, they only ask a percentage of people, then they try to extrapolate what that means for the larger population. All right, so I'm in this plot that's 5 meters by 5 meters, so this is 25 square meters. Now I've got my common trees of native trees of Virginia. You can also find this link to this online, and you can identify trees on your property. So now I want to take a look at what trees are in this plot. All right, so we've got these smooth bark trees that you see a lot of people carve on. These are beech trees. So in our plot, we've got 1, 2, 3, we've got 4 beech trees in this plot. Oak trees, I think there's 1. Yeah, this one's a red oak, so we've got 1 oak. Tulip poplar, this big guy's a tulip poplar. So we've got 1 of those on our property. And yellow pines in this plot, I don't see any that are up. Another common one around here is a maple. This is a maple. That's a maple. We've got 2 maples in this plot. Hickories, we don't have any. And I think in this 25 square meter plot, those are the trees we have. We have 4 beech trees, 1 northern red oak, 1 tulip poplar, and 2 maples in this plot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 3 other plots, do the same thing, and then try to figure out if we have 207 25 meter plots, what would be the estimate of this? So if I only did 1 plot, I would estimate we have on our property, if there are 25 of these meter plots, I'd estimate us to have about 25 northern red oaks. Now granted, that's only 1 trial because we only did 1 plot. If I do my other 3 plots, we should get a little bit closer to what it really is. All right, so that's really the goal of this, is doing a population density. What are the living things in an area, and we're doing that by a random sampling method. All right, so let me cut this off, go do my other plots, and then we'll come back with all the data. Thanks.